Hi, my name is Kelly Martin, and this is my discussion board 3 for Education 631. In the video presentation, Dr. David Holder describes cognitive load theory as how the instructional process affects a person's working memory. He discusses that it is the part of your brain that processes the information coming in and stores it in long-term memory. He supports this idea with research completed about the number of digits used in certain numbers and why. Dr. Holder also discusses that if content is not eventually stored into our long-term memory, it will be, and I quote, pushed out and forgotten. This is referred to as cognitive load. The first cognitive load that I'm going to talk about is intrinsic load. This occurs when material is considered to be difficult for the learner. I see this in my classroom with my first graders. When my students have to problem solve or complete multiple steps to find an answer, it is very difficult for them. And just as Dr. Holder discusses in his video about learning calculus versus simple math regardless of the teaching strategies being used, there's a difference in the cognitive ability. One area is more difficult than the other. Content that is considered an intrinsic load contains skills and materials that are difficult to learn. This can lead to stress on the learner, which leads me to the next type of cognitive load I want to talk about, extraneous load. Extraneous load distracts from the child's learning. This is due to distractions that can cause stress on the child. I see this also with my students every day, especially those that are unable to keep their focus. When reading or completing difficult tasks that require critical thinking skills, my room must be kept silent for a given period of time to allow these students to learn without stress. When there are discussions happening in my classroom, I tend to stay with those children to monitor their stress levels. One example I will share is about a student that I have that is a special needs child, and he'll hit himself in the head when he gets stressed due to his inability to focus on the task because he's distracted by sounds or lights or vibrations or bumping into his chair. I have a projector in my classroom that when it gets hot and overheated, the fan will turn on for about 6 to 8 minutes. And when that fan turns on, I can feel that he gets very stressed, so he takes a break or I calm him down and we put headphones on him so that he can focus and do the task. And even if it's the simplest task as coloring in between the lines or to a more complex task like spelling a spelling word, he has a hard time with that. I feel that by knowing my learners, I can manage our classroom environment and it can allow for all of my students to learn. Thank you.